Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a story about, well, it's got high stakes, rising panic, and it all revolves around a single bucket of water. Yeah, you heard that right. We're going to see what happens when something as simple as water just disappears at the absolute worst possible time.
So let's just imagine this for a second. You've got a super important flight to catch. You're already running late, and you go to turn on the shower and nothing. The water's gone. It's a nightmare, right? Well, that's exactly the pickle our main character Jatalal finds himself in. And trust me, his morning is just getting started.
Okay, so our story begins with Jatalal, who's on a really tight schedule. He's got this major business trip to Delhi, and everything has to go off without a hitch for him to make his flight. And right off the bat, you can see he's already in trouble. He was supposed to wake up at 7 a.m., but he actually wakes up half an hour late. Now he's got to be out the door by 8:30 to catch his 11 a.m. flight. So yeah, every single second counts here.
So he's rushing around, trying to make up for that lost time. You know how it is. But his morning is about to hit a roadblock. And this isn't just a small problem. It's way worse than just oversleeping.
He gets to the bathroom, turns the tap, and absolutely nothing. Not a drip. So his first thought, okay, maybe it's just my bathroom. So he runs over to his father Bapuji's bathroom, crossing his fingers for a quick fix.
And this is where the real panic starts to set in. It's not just one bad tap, there's no water anywhere. To make things a million times worse, the one guy who might know what's going on, the society secretary Badi, isn't picking up his phone, so Jatalal is totally on his own.
Okay, so what do? The clock is ticking, he's got no water, so he does the only thing he can. Wrapped in a towel, he starts this desperate door-to-door mission, just praying that one of his neighbors has a working shower. And this whole search just becomes this series of funny obstacles. First up, he tries Mehta's place. But nope, his friend is taking one of those super long writer's showers. Then he thinks about Dr. Hathi's house, but decides against it. Finally, he finds Babita, who was kind enough to offer her bathroom. Phew, success. Or is it? But before he can even get in there, he bumps into her husband, Ayar. And oh, the irony. Ayar starts giving him this whole lecture about how you should always be prepared for emergencies, having no clue that he's about to become the main victim of Jatalal's emergency. All right, so Jatalal finally makes it. He's in a bathroom. A shower is in sight. But what seems like the solution to his problem is about to become an even bigger problem for everybody else. So he gets in, turns on the shower, and, of course, the water cuts out there too. A total disaster. But then he sees it. Like a beacon of hope in the corner, a single, full bucket of water. It feels like a miracle. So what does he do? He uses the whole thing, feeling so relieved, without a single thought about why that water might have been there in the first place. And this is just classic dramatic irony. You've got Jatalal thinking, thank goodness, I'm saved. But from Ayar's point of view, that water was his lifeline. It was specifically saved to wash out get this, a turmeric and curd hair pack. So Jatalal's moment of triumph has just kicked off Ayar's next big headache. And then comes the big moment. You can just picture it. Ayar walks into the bathroom, his hair all covered in this drying paste, and he sees his bucket. His one bucket of hope, and it's completely empty. And that's when things just explode. This isn't just a private little disagreement anymore. It spills right out of the bathroom and into the main society area. What started as Jatalal's little problem is now a full-blown public spectacle. So you've got Jatalal desperately trying to get away, and a furious Ayar demanding his water back. But then another neighbor, Papatlal, chimes in and says, hey, I don't have any water either. And that's when it dawns on everyone. This isn't just a few apartments, the whole building is dry. In a complete panic, Jatalal makes this absolutely wild offer to Ayar, and it just shows you how crazy things have gotten. He literally offers to fly Ayar to Delhi with him, let him bathe in his hotel room, and then book him a flight back, just so the guy can wash his hair. So while everyone is arguing and Ayar's distracted, Jatalal sees his chance. He makes a run for it, slips away, grabs his stuff from his apartment, and just bolts for the airport, leaving this water war brewing behind him as he rushes to catch that flight. And that leaves us with a really interesting question, doesn't it? All this chaos, it started with just one person's emergency.
And sure, Jeff Alal might have made his escape, but the real crisis back in Gokuldham, it's really only just begun. It's kind of crazy when you think about it, how fast a personal inconvenience can spiral into a full-blown community crisis, all because one essential thing goes missing.